Devin, how did you feel comfortable getting back in the starting lineup, or did it take you a while to feel things out?
Felt great. It felt great. Felt great to be back. Felt great to have the whole team for the first time in the whole season. It was a everybody contributed to this game. Whether you played 2 minutes, whether you played 48 minutes, it didn't matter. Everybody contributed. That was a big time win.
So the chemistry was pretty good, even though the first time I think y'all, the five of you, been together on the court, probably all year. Chemistry seemed like it was pretty good with all of you.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have good chemistry off the court. Like, you know what I'm saying? In the locker room, we're always talking. We're always, it's just a good group of guys. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't feel like what five is out there. We're able to, get along. And as long as we're focused on the game plan and locked in on the little details, we'll be good.
That stretch the last minute and a half of regulation when it seemed like every three was a game winner. What was that like to go through?
It was huge. First off, shout out to the fans because, I mean, every single time we made a bucket, it sounded like you said, like it was a game winner. Big time shots. Vic, CP, me, whoever it was. It's just a great win. It feels good to be on the other side of this and winning these type of games for real. So, big time.
Having been through two of the rougher years where these games went against you, do you have that thought on nights like this? Like, these are the ones that got away from us before?
I try not to think about that during the game. I'm just trying to think about, obviously, winning the game and all the little stuff that we need to do to win the game. But afterwards, I think that was the first thing that everybody said in the locker room was, this is a change from the past 2 years. We're able to, come out with these wins and just get settled down. Like in the big time moments, it's CP, it's Vic, it's me, it's whatever it is. It's like we know what we're going to, we know what we're trying to run, and then we just execute it, making big shots.
The other night after the Minnesota game, Harrison was talking about how a lot of times these games are lost in the details, like the minutia, the little things. Do you guys feel like you're starting to understand what those details are more and more?
Each game, yes, for sure. CP definitely harps on it. Sometimes we'll have certain scouts and we'll talk about certain things, certain tendencies to where he tells us it's like stuff that happens in the playoffs, and a lot of us don't have that type of experience. So it's just huge. Each game we're building, each game we're learning. Like HB said, it's all in the little details and in the scouts of, if you don't want somebody to get to their right hand, if you know they're going to be crashing the offensive glass, like whatever the case may be, we try to just take those little things away.
With Chris, no matter how quiet he is earlier or what's going on with him, do you have that faith that, when it's crunch time, he's going to deliver?
I mean, every time. Every time. I don't think anybody questions when he has the ball at the end of the game. We know it's either a good shot, a good pass, or we're getting something good. So huge shout out. Hopefully that it didn't sound crazy. Huge shout out to CP. For some big time shots, and like I said, for really just maintaining that game and keeping it under control.
Obviously, adding Keldon back tonight, looks like he didn't really miss a beat. What was it like having his energy back on the floor, especially in overtime?
KJ crazy, man. I love him to death. He comes out there and he has that energy, and before the game he's pumped up. After the game he's pumped up. I mean, that's the energy. It's just contagious. I think between him and Jeremy, the energy that they bring is contagious for us. Plays where like that reverse dunk by Jay or that steal at the end of the game from KJ, like those are just big time plays that we need and big momentum plays. So it was just huge.
You still seeing things from Vic that just make you say, what?
The pass to Jeremy, I sat there and said, there's no way. And then obviously throws out the glass. Like, it was just little stuff. Like, are we playing in our backyard or are we playing in the NBA? Like, it's crazy. He makes it happen, so it's good.
Walk us through those moments when you're taking that big shot at the very end with the game on the line. What's going through your mind? You have obviously the confidence, right?
Yeah, for sure. Try not to think about it at all. I mean, you just sit there and you talk to yourself and you say, even if you miss one, you've been in them for countless hours working on these shots. It's just another shot. So you got to step up. You got to have the confidence to shoot them. And if you have the confidence to shoot them, it's going to go in.
Coach before the game said that if he could imprint something on you guys about the way he sees you and that you could buy in, that he would say that the defensive side of your team
for sure
is what he would want to.
That's our identity. With an anchor like Vic, with Jeremy, I mean, everybody got to pick it up. And so, they've challenged me, they've challenged everybody on the team, and we just got to accept that.
Devin, a lot of the guys this week talked about the dream come true to play Christmas Day
for sure
in Madison Square Garden.
For sure.
What are your thoughts on it?
It's definitely that. It's definitely that. I actually, my parents and family is from New York, so I got people out there. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. I think like you wake up when you're a young kid, you always open your gifts, and the first thing that's going on is pretty much basketball. So for it to be us, it's a blessing. And don't ever take that for granted. I'm excited. He got one more. Last one.
This is a game that really had a ton of runs. Atlanta got on a big run in the second quarter. You guys got on a big run in the third. How do you guys as players kind of stay focused whenever things aren't going right, but then also try and keep the gas pedal down whenever things are going right for you guys?
Yeah, I think that basketball is literally just a game of runs, and you can't ever get too high or too low. There's times where we get out to a lead and we're up 20, and then in the first quarter, next thing you know, the second quarter, it's a tie game. So you just got to, like I said, never get too high or too low. Just stay focused on the game plan and focus on getting the win. Appreciate it.